हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू जीसी हेल्थ रेडियो। एंड आप सभी को पता ही है, आई एम साइकोलॉजिस्ट मोनिका। एंड आज मैं फिर से वापस आ गई हूँ डॉक्टर सौमद्रिता साहा के साथ। शी इज अ वेरी एक्सपीरियंस्ड काउंसलिंग साइकोलॉजिस्ट एंड पेरेंटिंग कोच who already have trained more than 10,000 parent on this area, that how to deal with their emotional and behavioral issues, like not only their but their children, like तो छोटे बच्चों को बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम होते हैं। पेरेंटिंग इज नॉट अ लाइक इजी टास्क, बहुत टफ होता है। बहुत लोग बोलते हैं बहुत खूबसूरत एक जर्नी है। हाँ, खूबसूरत तो है, लेकिन इट कम्स विथ सो मेनी चैलेंजेस, लाइक बहुत सारे अप्स एंड डाउन्स। बहुत सारे टाइम ऐसा देखा जाता है कि बच्चे मोबाइल एडिक्शन हो रहा है, या फिर उन लोगों को कोई स्लीप इशू हो रहा है, या फिर आपके बच्चे शायद बहुत ज्यादा क्रैंकी बन जा रहा है, इरिटेबिलिटी, ये सारा बहुत कुछ हो रहा है। एंड कभी कभी बहुत सारे टाइम मैंने जो देखा है, क्योंकि मैं भी एक स्कूल में जा रही हूँ, तो उस स्कूल में एक कॉमन चीज आ रहा है, दैट इज कि मैडम बच्चे पढ़ते नहीं है, खेल कूद में बिजी है, या फिर दूसरा कुछ काम में बिजी है, बच्चे बातें नहीं सुनते। तो चलिए आज बहुत सारी चीजों के बारे में बात करते हैं, बट उसके पहले लेट्स वेलकम टू आवर गेस्ट डॉक्टर सौमद्रिता शाह। वेलकम दीदी टू आवर शो अगेन।
Thank you so much, Monica. Thank you so much for having me once again on board. How are you doing?
I am doing good and I hope you're also doing good.
Yeah, all good, all good. Thank
बाय द
you.
वे, एक ही चीज बोलना चाहूंगी कि आज आप बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हैं।
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you
आई
so
डोंट
much.
नो हाउ डू यू मैनेज योर सेल्फ, कि आपका भी एक छोटा बच्चा है, बच्ची को स्कूल भेजना, उसको पढ़ाना, उसका सारा चीज मैनेज करना। हाउ डू यू लाइक मैनेज एवरीथिंग?
Oh, I'm always on my toes, and it's really difficult, I believe, but happens because of extremely supportive family members, and people around are very supportive.
दैट
So
इज
it's all I always say that mothers being something goddess like structure, we glorify motherhood, so it's no credit of if you don't take help from others. I really believe you need help and you need to seek help from others, and a supportive environment goes a long way.
राइट। सो इट्स गुड टू नो दैट यू आर गेटिंग सपोर्ट फ्रॉम द एनवायरनमेंट, क्योंकि बहुत सारे टाइम बहुत पेरेंट्स हैं जिन लोगों को एक्चुअल में उतना सपोर्ट मिलता नहीं है जितना वो एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं। कभी कभी ऐसा भी नहीं बोलूंगी कि पेरेंट, कभी कभी मदर के लिए इट्स बिकम डिफिकल्ट जब एनवायरनमेंट उतना
Yeah.
सपोर्टिव नहीं होता है, स्पेशली इन केस ऑफ सिंगल पेरेंट, चाहे वो सिंगल मदर हो
Yeah,
या सिंगल
of
फादर
course.
हो, बहुत
Of
ज्यादा हो
course.
जाते।
Of
दैट्स
course. Of course.
लास्ट डे हम लोग जब बात कर रहे थे ऑन माइंडफुल पेरेंटिंग, मुझे याद है यू हैव मेंशन्ड वन पर्टिकुलर थिंग, दैट इज हेलीकॉप्टर पेरेंटिंग। तो मुझे बहुत वहीं से दिमाग में चल रहा था कि इसके बारे में अगर और कुछ जान पाए, बिकॉज इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू नो अबाउट दिस कंसेप्ट, व्हाट इज दैट। आप उस दिन बहुत सारे कुछ एरिया बात किए थे, बट स्टिल अगर ऐसा कोई एरिया हो, मतलब how to understand that as a parent I am on that particular phase or not?
ओके, पहले तो मैं ये बताना चाहूंगी कि मैंने जो ये टर्म यूज किया था कि हेलीकॉप्टर पेरेंटिंग, वो क्या है. So helicopter parenting is actually focused overly focused or involved parents in children's life. Like they are often found controlling and monitoring their children's life excessively in order to avoid any kind of failure or discomfort. मतलब कि अगर बच्चे किसी भी हालत में कोई डिस्कम्फर्ट नहीं होना चाहिए, कोई फेलियर एक्सपीरियंस नहीं करना चाहिए, इसीलिए शायद अडल्टहुड में ये प्रॉब्लम होता है हम लोगों को टू टेक क्रिटिसिज्म, टू टेक फेलियर्स, टू टेक disappointments, because of the reason we are always only we were taught, especially I being a 90s kid, I have grown up into a overprotective home, extremely overprotective home. And my parents were always like very controlling. I always say that my parents were very controlling and very much overprotective. So this often happens, which in adulthood I had to encounter a lot of issues, And I believe not only me, there are a lot of adults around us where we find people with decision making problem solving, lack of problem solving skills, decision making issues, and they have low self esteem and low self confidence because of the issues that in childhood parents were excessively controlling and monitoring. Like they would be excessively into their life so that the child doesn't experience any discomfort, and we give the name, we give that the name of love, which is not love. Okay, which is like coming from the parents own anxiety. Because I, being a mother, I often experience, if you become, that's what we mindful parenting is all about. Like what is coming from my anxiety and what is coming from the concern of my child's safety. Okay, so डेफिनेटली चाइल्ड सेफ्टी इज इम्पोर्टेंट. सो बहुत बार ऐसा होता है, मैंने बहुत समय से, क्योंकि मैं पेरेंट्स को कोच कर रही हूँ, काफी समय ऐसा हुआ है कि पीपल ऑफन कंफ्यूज बिटवीन supportive parenting and saying a no. People either feel that supportive parenting is not being able to say a no to your child. किसी भी चीज में ना नहीं करना है, which is absolutely a myth and wrong thing, because you need to tell a no, you need to say a no to your child, you need to restrict your child doing certain things. Your child's safety comes first, so you have to say a no. So then the other end of the continuum, the other end of the scale is saying no to everything, or saying no to things in a way that is very aggressive. Like either shouting or yelling on the child, by saying, while you are saying a no to the child, you are shouting or yelling on the child. So either in that way, or in the way that child is they are not being told a no anytime, because of always being very they give the name of that to be a supportive parents, which is not true. So we have to seek a balance. So helicopter parenting is somehow that end of the continuum where the parents are overly focused, overly controlling, overly monitoring on child's life.
True. So what I can see that these are all subtle signs a parent can actually overlook, because sometimes they feel that we need to control our child, because अगर control नहीं करेंगे तो उसका behavior management नहीं होगा. We can shout on them, we can beat them anytime we want. वही कि मुझे जितना समझ में आया through this particular discussion on this area, that how to understand you are doing helicopter parenting or not. Sometimes parents are not that much aware enough about their own emotionalities, जैसे आपने mention किया कि is it from their anxiety or not, that they need to understand. So जैसे ये area हुआ कि as a parent the person maybe is experiencing anxiety or depression or any other emotional issues, and because of that they are what I can say कि their behavior is becoming in that way. So what are those long-term psychological and emotional effects of this particular parenting that we can see in children?
Yes, Monica, that's a beautiful question. So yes, there are a lot of long-term effects, as I already said, that there are a huge lot of effects of over monitoring, not allowing enough age appropriate autonomy to your child. There will be a lot of long-term effects, like of course low self-esteem, low self-evaluation, low self-confidence. They would never be confident of decision making. They would be seeking validation from others. They would be people pleasers. They would be often having the lack of problem solving skills or decision making skills. They would be over dependent on others for any kind of decisions to be taken. So we find so many adults around us, because I, being myself, I had a long journey of low self-esteem issues because of overprotective childhood. Because people have these issues because they have always been catered, parents have always catered to their problem solving skills. They were given hand-on advice, hand-on solutions to problem, so for which the critical analysis, the cognitive analysis of the child remains dormant. and they always feel that somebody would come and solve their problem, somebody would give them a ready advice, which is not true, which is not going to happen in the real world, in later life. So that happens as a long term effect. So here I would like to say that parents can be mindful, again parents can be conscious, or can how can they identify whether they where are they lacking that balance in parenting, by asking few questions to themselves. If we ask questions to ourselves, that would be very thought provoking, like why we are doing what. Okay, the very first question is, why am I asking my child to do this? Or why am I saying this to my child? Why am I behaving this way to my child? So is it due to my anxiety, or is it for some other reason? Because are you very much aware? Are you very much concerned of your child's failure? Is it very hard for you to take your child's failure? Are you too much concerned about your child's success, child's achievements? Like, you always want your child to do, especially in academics. In our culture, the main parameter of a child to be judged is academics, which is, again, I keep saying to parents that, in today's time, of course, and in the long run, down the line, in 20 years, 30 years, AI is going to take all over. Everywhere we have AI. So it's not necessary. How many of us do we really remember when did Battle of Plassey happened? We would Google it out, right? So the point is, there is no use of how they can mug up the information and how they can put it on pen and paper. But again, the learning is important. What kind of learning is coming out from whatever, the learning is important. The child must know that we live in a country of multilingual country, India. The child must know that the sun rises in the east. So these are information facts that are general knowledge, right? Apart from that, how much the child is scoring, how much the child is scoring, how much competitive the child is, your friend is doing this much, scored this much, how come you scored this less? You always you both are so good, so much of so good friends, then how come he or she can score more than you? So this is something, I believe this as I said in the last session also, this particular kind of comparison is itself a trauma for the child. That goes a long way. So it's very important that we I often that's what I believe. I often talk to my child in a way like, how can we clap for others when others also win? Definitely, I'm going to I'm going to be very happy if I win, but it's okay if I don't win also. I take it as a lesson, and I would clap for others. So this is very important. How, as a parent, are you able to take achievements, and how do you deal with disappointments and failure? And how do you do everything for your child, doing things for your child? uh, you literally do everything for your child, and even if the child is asking that, I would be doing it, that can be followed by a lot of flaws, that can be followed by a lot of imperfections. Yes, as being, I also have often become, being a mother, I often become very skeptical whether this would lead to some kind of mess or whatever. So you need to calculate, you need to understand, apart from the child's safety. And sometimes I would agree that sometimes it becomes, when the child is let autonomy for doing something, that would be a messy, that would be time consuming. Give them some point of time. Maybe some point of time they would do it by their own self. Maybe not before, while they're going to school, maybe not while you are getting ready for somewhere and she wants to dress up by herself. Maybe when you are hurry, you are not allowing it. But maybe at home, when you are there, you can ask the child to get dressed up, comb his or her hair, or get something, get a glass of water, or whatever. Giving small responsibilities that would often help them feel confident, because that is something very important because they would feel that autonomy within themselves, that I also can do it, I also can make it happen. So is it very, very important for you to do everything for your child due to your anxiety or for your child's safety? So this is very important question you need to ask yourself. That's how you identify. Are you getting, are you into helicopter parenting or are you into supportive parenting?
इट्स रियली वेरी गुड टू नो दैट यू हैव एक्सप्लेन सो मेनी थिंग कि एक समझ में आया कि ओके फाइन करेंटली इफ आई एम इनटू दिस हेलीकॉप्टर पेरेंटिंग हाउ दिस इज गोइंग टू मैनिफेस्ट इनटू एडल्टहुड बिकॉज यहाँ पर मैं मेरा एक छोटा सा एक केस का छोटा सा एरिया हाईलाइट करना चाहूंगी शी इज नाउ 29 एंड वो जब मेरे पास पहली बार आई थी शी वॉज विथ दिस कंडीशन कि उसको बहुत ज़्यादा डिसीजन मेकिंग में इशू होता है सेल्फ एस्टीम इज वेरी लो कॉन्फिडेंस इज वेरी low and she's not able to take normal compliments for herself and अगर कुछ हो जा रहा है कोई सिचुएशन ऐसा हो रहा है जहाँ पर उसका कोई दोष है ही नहीं बट स्टिल शी इज बिकमिंग सेल्फ क्रिटिकल बिकॉज जब मैंने उसका मतलब और थोड़ा डिटेल्स लेना स्टार्ट किया चाइल्डहुड के बारे में बहुत सारा एरिया जब डिस्कशन किया तो देन आई फाउंड दैट फ्रॉम चाइल्डहुड ओनली द मदर वाज इनटू दिस काइंड ऑफ पेरेंटिंग जहाँ पर ओवर क्रिटिसाइज करना कोई भी सिचुएशन हो उसको ही पहले डांटना उसको ही सारा कुछ डाउट में डालना कि मे बी यू आर रॉन्ग तो ये करते करते नाउ शी इज इन टू दैट पोजिशन कि उसको ये सारा चीज हो रहा था तो एक अच्छा हुआ कि after like long term therapy session now she is able to understand that where she need to be critical and where she need to be empathetic with herself as well तो ये बहुत अच्छा लगा कि you have explained so many things but एक चीज आप मुझे बताइए कि और क्या क्या एरिया हो सकता है जिससे कि मतलब हम लोग समझ पाए कि ओके दीज आर लाइक फ्रॉम चाइल्डहुड ओनली जिसके वजह से उन लोगों का जो कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल हो रहा है या फिर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल है वो इशू कर सकता है बिकॉज इसलिए मैं पूछ रही हूँ बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ ये क्लाइंट है मेरे और भी सारे क्लाइंट्स हैं जिन लोगों में मैंने देखा है कि चाइल्डहुड के पेरेंटिंग के इशू की वजह से कहीं ना कहीं प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग इशू अभी आ रहा है उन लोगों में तो लाइक आप मुझे थोड़ा बहुत इस एरिया में अगर बताएंगे तो सही रहेगा
बिल्कुल मोनिका हाँ see all our adulthood problems all our adulthood pathologies all our adulthood traits have its root in childhood okay so we all know that that's how our personality develops once the personality develops this you would realize it over experience I personally I have realized it over experience that people once the personality pattern develops and I remind you that personality develops till 5 years of age वो building blocks of personality so the first 5 years of age is very very important so earlier it is easier it is इस 5 साल में ना आप जो सिखाना चाहो सबसे easy होता है सिखाना सबसे easy होता है you can just that it's just blotting as we all know we say this is absorbent they are just absorbing it's very easy to make them learn and it's very important whatever they learn and whatever they imbibing right now because hereditary contribution will be there पहला 5 साल बहुत important होता है क्योंकि उसी के ऊपर अभी building खड़ा होगा if you understand the base of a house or a base of a building okay so the building blocks as we say so the point is yes now how would they restrict themselves or understand and what can they do parents as do to their children the first is yes reflecting on their emotions as I said मैं बार बार ये point repeat कर रही हूँ क्योंकि बहुत important है जहाँ पे खुद को पूछना है am I helping my child to grow or am I managing my own anxiety right am I managing my because it's very natural to being a parent I understand you parents are always anxious about their children always the anxiety provoking thoughts would be coming and that's very natural very normal now the point is am I this is very important when I also go wrong in many places when I realize I take a pause and take a back and think that am I helping her to do it or am I managing my own anxiety is it my own anxiety or is it am I helping her to grow in any way so this is something reflecting on your emotions number 2 is giving age appropriate autonomy Very important, giving age appropriate autonomy, in the sense age appropriate independence. Give them situations in which they could take decisions. Yes, from the very beginning. Age appropriate decisions, as in, I ask my toddler is now just 4 years. So I ask her to take decisions on, what dress she wants to wear, which color of the dress she wants to wear while she's going out. Or like, what will you want to do? Do you like to color now? Do you want to solve puzzles, or do you want to play outside? Whatever options. Now the point is, again, you have to be very tactful in that way. The options or the choices you give to your child should be in your, like, whenever you're giving the choice, you have to be like comfortable with it. You are giving, that it's better. You can, suppose, for I'm giving an hypothetical example, like I'm going to make my child wear among these two dresses. So I give the option between these two dresses, right? Now the point is, she can make a choice. Once she is also feeling very confident and independent and, very powerful, because everyone wants to feel powerful. Everyone wants to feel powerful. I'd like to mention here, this is why the reasons many people, many adults get into that power strive, or many times people have dominate others in order to feel powerful, because they haven't felt powerful in their childhood, right? So it's very important that the child feels powerful. Once he or she makes a decision, mama, I want to do this, or I want to wear this, or I want to watch TV now. When I give the option that, do you want to watch TV now, or when the TV time is set, like when there is a TV time, when I know that now it's okay if she watches TV, so then only I give that option that you can watch TV now, or you can do whatever you want now, because I won't be able to. Generally I give her the TV time when I am not being able to cater to her, whatever. She can be a little preoccupied with herself. So I do give the TV time, but no phone time. You give the TV time. So, whenever you are giving, you can give the choices. You give a structure, but you let them take the decisions. So that's age appropriate autonomy. So many times I have seen parents saying that, at this age, how come you take a decision? How she is not ready to, I'm not asking her to, you give her a choice of, big decisions, something very trivial, very simple. Like, when you give them choices of vegetables, like which vegetable would you like to prefer?
Like age appropriate decision making you are
yeah,
mainly
very
pointing.
simple ones, age appropriate, very simple one, nothing big. That often, how come you come up with your opinion? You are not supposed to give your opinion. That's coming from, because we were not allowed to give opinions in our childhood. Then again, we need to understand that this is generational curse. When I talk about this is generational trauma, this is generational trauma. This is up to you. You remember we were talking about this last session also.
Right.
Like, how can whether we would make, if you give me a paper, whether I, crumbled paper, whether I give that crumbled paper to my daughter, or I give a plain paper. I decide not to give the crumbled paper to my daughter. So it's up totally onto that person. Again, that person need to understand. The parent need to understand themselves, that whether where this is coming from, right? So this is again. So the first is reflecting on your emotions. Second is giving age appropriate autonomy. Third is, yes, setting flexible boundaries. Very important boundaries. As I was saying, it's not that you don't say a no to your child. It's not that you don't say a no to your child. It's very important you say a no to your child. But again, how are you saying a no to your child? How are you asking not to get into something which you don't want? Okay, so many times distracting can works. Many times saying something in a better way works. Saying sentences in an affirmative way works. Like, when you say that, how can you behave so rudely? Like, when my child is shouting, and absolutely okay, this is okay. Every one of us, do express our angers in some way. So like, so when the child is shouting, we say, do not shout. Let's not say do not shout. Let's say, can we please talk softly? Or when the child is running, let's not say don't run. Instead of saying don't run, can we say like can you walk? Can you please walk, or can you please walk slowly, or can you please move slowly? So saying let's use, that's requires a lot of creativity. Let me tell you, it's not that I do make mistakes, huge lot of mistakes. So we have to be very conscious, like how am I communicating it? How am I communicating? It's very important that the lesser you use no in your sentences, the better your communication with your child.
So in a way,
The more you use it.
you need to reframe
Mhm.
the communication in that way, so that it can give that positive reinforcement to the child, and you're not becoming
Absolutely,
negative in that way,
absolutely.
because
So yes, every time she behaves rudely, I say that can you please be a little gentle? Can you please be a little gentle? Because these emotions are heavy for her. Like any toddler or any children, like children are these emotions are heavy. Like you won't expect a child to pick up a 10 kilos of weight. Like you
right,
would know that the child won't be. It is insane to think of. Similarly, these negative emotions are heavy emotions. They cannot handle it. They don't know how to handle it. We adults don't know. Children to is फिर भी दूर की बात है. So the
actually.
point is, yeah. So the point is now, how am I behaving is very important. It's very, very important. We do make a lot of mistakes. We have to be conscious about our own emotions. So this is very important, that when the child is doing something which you don't want, you reframe your communication. How are you saying it? I give a whole list of reframed sentences of regular communications. I give this handout to my clients coming to me for how parenting communication can be done in a reframed way, like saying no, don't do this, no, you we would get hurt, no, you. So whenever you say a no, that would be again that would affect your interaction, your communication, your relationship with your child. So it's very important that you become a guide for your child and not someone who keeps monitoring, because it's very important again to let them face the real consequences. Sometime when it is not taking on toll on their safety, sometimes it's better that they experience some kind of real consequences. And also I would say here that uh, asking questions instead of saying like don't jump. You can ask that do you think jumping from there won't hurt you? This is often this, because I'm coming up with examples which I experience many of the times. But again, when you are in a hurry, or you are in a stressed out situation, your spontaneous reaction would be what your childhood has told you. Okay, so that's okay. But again, sometimes you would be it would be good that there would be times when you are in a comfortable relaxed position and you are not stressed out. At that point of time, you can reframe. So then again, you have both the communication, at least, instead of only saying a no. Like, you can ask, like, do you think if you mess up, do you think you would be able to clean it? So asking questions help them think of the answer rather than saying, no, don't do this because this will create a mess. So this would help you to become a guide rather than again a monitoring agent, kind of a CC camera all around.
That's good. नहीं, बहुत
And
अच्छा लगा कि
also,
ये
and
एरिया आप
another
बार बार
point I would
मेंशन
like
किए.
to mention, yeah, and another point I would like to mention is very important, is validating their emotions is very important. Validating emotions. So because I often find these are the different concerns I get from parents, that parents don't validate children's emotion. It's very, very important that while they cry, while they are cranky, or while they are grumpy, you let them pass their emotions and do not negate or invalidate them, like it's unnecessary crying, or you don't need to please don't cry. Saying don't cry is again not validating the emotion. It's okay to cry, and I'm there for you. Let your once you feel good, we would talk. I think these sentences would help. Right? What do you think, Monica?
आई थिंक इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज यहाँ पर एक चीज मुझे याद आ गया कि व्हेन आई वॉज इन माई चाइल्डहुड डेज, मैं
हम्म
थोड़ा थोड़ा बातों में बहुत ज्यादा, मतलब मेरी मम्मी मेरे ऊपर गुस्सा कर देती थी एंड आई वाज लाइक, बिकॉज स्ट्रेस रहता ही था हाउस होल्ड वर्क वगैरह सब कुछ लेकर। और अगर वहां पर गुस्सा होकर मुझे कुछ बोल दिया ना, आई एम इन टू दिस थिंग की क्राइंग स्पेल्स वगैरह, तो वो इमीडिएटली उस टाइम
हम्म
मुझसे बात नहीं करती थी। शी ऑलवेज यूज टू टेक लाइक कि ठीक है, टेक योर टाइम, मतलब बेंगली में बोलना कि केदे ने तार পরে কথা বলবো ঠান্ডা হলে। तो दैट मीन्स कि नाउ यू क्राई, जब यू विल बी इन दैट स्टेट देन ओनली वी विल टॉक अबाउट इट, एंड वो मेक इट वेरी श्योर कि वो उस मतलब फेज के बाद जब मैं सही हो जाऊं, मैं प्रॉपर मूड में हूँ, हंस खिल रही हूँ, तब वो आकर उस एरिया में बात कर रहे कि क्यों उन्होंने
हाँ
मुझे डांटा। एंड कहीं ना कहीं वो मुझे अब फील होता है कि इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि उसके बाद एक टाइम के बाद मुझे रियलाइज होता था, रिफ्लेक्ट करने में इजी होता था कि ओके ठीक है, ये सिचुएशन था, तो नाउ आई अंडरस्टैंड। अब बड़े होने के बाद, इस प्रोफेशन में आने के बाद और ज्यादा समझने में इजी हो रहा है, तो
हाँ
समझ में आ रहा है कि यस, जो चीज आप बता रहे हो वो ऑलरेडी मैं अपने, मतलब लकीली मैं एक्सपीरियंस कर चुकी हूँ। और
हाँ
बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं कि
that's
हाँ
very
दे,
lucky of you, that's very lucky of you.
एक्चुअली एक्चुअली बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं नहीं बोलूंगी कि हाँ मेरे चाइल्डहुड में पेरेंटिंग एकदम बैलेंस्ड था। बहुत वहां पर भी
किसी
अप्स
का
एंड
नहीं
डाउन्स,
होता है,
हाँ,
किसी का नहीं
किसी का
होता,
नहीं होता है।
किसी
बट
का नहीं
कुछ
होता।
कुछ एरिया वाज लाइक वेरी डिफरेंट, जैसे डिसीजन मेकिंग के बारे में आपने जैसे बहुत सारा एरिया बताए कि छोटा छोटा
हम्म
उन लोगों को एज अप्रोप्रिएट चीजों के बारे में पूछो कि कौन सा ड्रेस पहनना चाहते हो, जैसे मुझे कभी पूछा नहीं जाता था। तो इसीलिए स्टिल नाउ आई हैव दैट इशू, दैट कि कभी कभी मैं ड्रेस सिलेक्ट करने के टाइम आई बिकम सो कंफ्यूज कि ये कलर अच्छा लगेगा कि वो कलर अच्छा लगेगा। तो
ये
इट
तो फिर भी
हैपेंस
ठीक
विद
है,
मी।
you do feel confused in but bigger decision makings also, like we feel confused, पता नहीं क्या करना है अब, that can be career decisions, that can be anything, like कुछ भी हो,
राइट,
decision making में difficulty तो होती ही है.
right, decision making is a big issue actually for many of like us। मेरा ड्रेस के साथ बहुत इशू है बिकॉज ड्रेस को लेकर बहुत मतलब पर्टिकुलर रहता था कि नहीं मैं जो बोलूंगी वही, या फिर फादर जो बोलेंगे वही, तो इसीलिए वो एक वो, बट हाँ अभी फॉर लास्ट few months I'm working on it because I was noticing some changes in me कि I was not able to understand कि which dress to buy। तो वहां पर हो जाता था कि एक लेना है तो मैं तीन चार ले रही हूँ because I'm not able to make the decision। तो ऐसे ही सारा बहुत कुछ मतलब है जो अभी मैं काम कर रही हूँ, एंड थैंक्स टू यू कि आप भी मुझे हेल्प कर रहे हैं इस एरिया में। दीदी बहुत अच्छा लगा कि आपने ऑलरेडी बहुत सारा टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स भी शेयर कर दिए बाय विच अ पेरेंट लाइक हु आर इनटू दिस काइंड ऑफ हेलीकॉप्टर पेरेंटिंग, दिस टिप्स विल हेल्प देम टू ट्रांजिट फ्रॉम दिस फेज टू नॉर्मल लाइक फेज, जहाँ पर उन लोगों का पेरेंटिंग और ज्यादा बैलेंस रहे। बहुत अच्छा लगा कि आपने बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन भी पुट किए कि दे कैन आस्क टू देम सेल्फ, राइट, कि एम आई इनटू प्रॉपर पेरेंटिंग, मेरा बिहेवियर जो है वो सही रह कि नहीं, इज इट बिकॉज ऑफ माई एंजाइटी और माई ओन इमोशनलिटीज, आई एम रिएक्टिंग ऑन माई चाइल्ड और नॉट। सो अगर एक पेरेंट इतना सारा कुछ काम कर पा रहे हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो बिकॉज ऑफ योर हेल्प। एंड एक ही चीज मैं पेरेंट्स आप लोगों से पूछना चाहूंगी, जैसे ये सारे टिप्स दीदी ने यहाँ पर शेयर किया, राइट, क्या आप लोग ये ही सारा टिप्स और अच्छे से उनके पास लाइव क्लासेस के थ्रू जानना चाहेंगे? अगर जानना चाहेंगे तो प्लीज कमेंट डाउन एंड आपका इंटरेस्ट शो कीजिए, तो हो सकता है कि आने वाले टाइम पे हम लोग दीदी के साथ आप लोगों का एक लाइव मीट कराएं, जहां पर आप लोगों का क्वेश्चन भी पूछ सकते हैं एंड यू कैन लर्न सो मेनी थिंग्स। एंड थैंक यू वंस अगेन शौमद्रिता दीदी कि आप अपना बिजी स्केड्यूल से टाइम निकल के मेरे साथ बैठ रहे हैं एंड पूरा सारा चीजों के ऊपर डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं। दो यू हैव अ लाइक लिटिल प्रिंसेस एट योर होम, आई नो हर, लाइक शी इज वेरी क्यूट, उसका देखभाल करना, खुद का काम देखना, बहुत बड़ा काम है। तो
Thank you so much, thank you so
एंड
much, it's
स्टिल
बहुत
यू
अच्छा लगा.
एंड स्टिल
Because
यू
I
आर
enjoy
मैनेजिंग
my
योरसेल्फ।
work as so much. Yes, I enjoy my work so much, so that helps me to keep going. But again, I would like to wrap up with the thought that it's okay to make mistakes. Parenthood is very challenging. For both the parents, it can be very challenging. But then again, mistakes are natural. Uh, the only thing is, if you are conscious about your mistakes you're making, I think you are halfway to address it. So that's very important, because I find so many parents who are not even aware, or who are not even like, don't feel that, it's their mistakes. They always blame on the child, that the child is like this, so which is not true.
ओके तो फिर ऑडियंस, आप लोगों को मैं यही बोलना चाहूँगी कि जीसी हेल्थ रेडियो सुनते रहिए, एंड हम लोग ऑब्वियसली और भी सारी चीज़ों को लेकर बात करेंगे। आज जैसे बहुत सारी चीज़ें समझे कि हेलीकॉप्टर पेरेंटिंग क्या है, उसकी वजह से हम लोगों के ऊपर एज अ चाइल्ड साइकोलॉजिकल इमोशनल क्या क्या इफेक्ट हो सकता है, एंड एडल्टहुड में भी वो कितना मतलब प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट कर रहा है ऑन योर कॉग्निटिव फंक्शन, फॉर से डिसीजन मेकिंग, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, आप कैसे चीजों को समझ रहे हो, कैसे परसीव कर रहे हो, दैट ऑल्सो कैन बी यू नो इस पर्टिकुलर पेरेंटिंग टाइप से इफेक्ट हो सकता है। एंड यहाँ पर हम लोग एक चीज और भी जाने कि जेनरेशनल ट्रॉमा, हाउ दिस कैन क्रिएट सम इफेक्ट। तो नेक्स्ट दिन मैं सोच रही हूँ कि दीदी इस बारे में ही बात कर ले, जिससे लोगों को और पता चले कि ट्रॉमा क्या चीज है, हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई दैट आई एम गोइंग थ्रू सम ट्रॉमेटिक फेज, और मे बी आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड some trauma during my childhood, and how can I help myself to become a better parent। तो दोस्तों, आज इसी के साथ हम लोग एंड करते हैं, एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच अमृता दीदी वंस अगेन